Alrighty. Wow. Happy Halloween. Oh man, yeah, it feels weird to be doing just doing a live WWE review, this early in the night. I'm so used to doing Raw, and SmackDown, pay-per-view reviews at 11, like 12 o'clock at night. I'm used to doing my reviews much later at night. And I would have done this review probably like 5, 6 o'clock this afternoon if I didn't have to work. But I told myself right when I get home, I'm gonna go live and we're gonna talk about Crown Jewel. All right, Crown Jewel. Or in my opinion, I'm not calling this Crown Jewel. I'm calling WWE Crown Jewel Crown Fools. Yes, Crown Jewel tonight was not a good show. I don't care that Bray Wyatt won the Universal Championship, which we're going to talk about in just a sec. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that in just a sec. But the main thing is Crown Jewel was not a good show tonight. This was more Crown Fools. And WWE once again showed how idiotic they are in 2019 and gave you more reasons, more examples, another case, more evidence on why Vince McMahon and the rest of this company needs to go. This company needs a complete flip on the head. We need new writers, new everything. All right? Because people out here saying, oh, just because of the main event, people calling that Falls Count Anywhere match, calling that match of the year. Like, I don't want to hear that garbage. I really don't want to hear that garbage. Was it okay? Maybe. But we're not going to sit up here. We're really not. Just because, we got the decision that we all wanted tonight. Honestly, let's not forget what we saw tonight in the main event. This is 1 month too late. This is 1 month too late. I don't care what anybody says. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, new Universal Champion. Yes. Am I happy that the title is off that clown known as Seth Rollins? Yes. Seth Rollins easily has had one of the worst Universal Championship runs of all time. The guy's been awful as Universal Champion. Awful, man. The guy's not believable, and this is the guy that's supposed to be one of, if not your top babyface in the entire company. WWE spread so much of the last couple months. All right. Yes, Anthony, it's good to see you, bro. But yes, Bray Wyatt was drafted to SmackDown, and now the Fiend is holding a Raw Championship belt, the most important championship on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins is a clown. Seth Rollins is an idiot. I saw Seth Rollins do an interview this week, and he was asked, oh, what do you think about the fans turning on you? And Seth was like, I don't know why they're turning on me. It hurts me. I just go out there and do my best. I just go out there and, give my all, put my body on the line. Shut the hell up, Seth. Shut up. Please. Because you're a dick sucker. You're a cock sucker. I want to hear it. I don't. All right? Because if you were half the bad you said you were. Because it's true. It's true. All right? Because Seth Rollins is Becky Lynch's bitch. That's what it is. That's what it is. At the end of the day. Why do you think Becky Lynch is the most over person in the company? Why? All right? Why? All right? What do you mean, Moose? Where have you been? Oh, yeah, you don't watch the product. I forgot about that. You don't watch the product no more. You only watch NXT. People have been turning on Seth for months. Ever since what happened at Hell in a Cell, Seth Rollins' popularity, he's been getting booed on WWE TV. And then he goes on an interview and he says, I don't know why the fans are booing me. It honestly hurts my feelings. Yeah, it does hurt, right? That your girlfriend, your fiance, right? Becky Lynch was drafted number 1 in the WWE draft. Number one. Where were you drafted? Shut your mouth. All right? Shut your mouth, Seth. You're a clown. You're terrible on the mic. Yes, you may be good on the ring, maybe good in the ring, but you're terrible as a babyface. Absolutely awful. You know why people hate you? People don't like you no more. You know why, people? I give you the Roman Reigns treatment. The Roman Reigns treatment they gave him from 2016 to 2018. You know why? You know why? Because you legit sit there, suck the cock of Vince McMahon, right? You sit there and take it down your throat. Really. You take it down. You slurp it real nice, right? Because look at a real WWE superstar, a guy that cares about his product. You call NXT and AEW the minor leagues. Really? Did you not see that Chris Jericho versus Cody Rhodes promo contract signing on Wednesday? That was easily, by far, the best contract signing we've seen all year in all of professional wrestling. Do you see what AEW is doing right now? Really? Really? You called NXT the minor leagues! The minor leagues! Steph, where you came from! You were the first NXT champion! The first NXT champion! And you dare call NXT the minor leagues! Really? Really? Look at the viewership SmackDown had last week. They had 880,000 people. AEW had more viewership than SmackDown last week. NXT almost had more viewership than NXT last week. And you want to call AEW and NXT the minor league when you're a clown. You're a clown. You're not half the champion that Adam Cole is. You're a clown. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right? You got successful because you got people sucking your throat saying you dare say you're the best wrestler in the world. Really? You dare say you're the best wrestler in the world. You're a joke. You're a joke, Seth. You're a joke. All right? That's why good old JR, the best wrestling commentator of all time, the best wrestling commentator of all time, right? That's why he came out and said, oh, Seth Rollins wishes he was half as over as his fiancée, Becky Lynch. That's not my words. That's good old JR. One of the smartest minds in the history of this business. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Your Universal Championship reign has been absolutely awful. Awful. Absolutely awful. It makes me sick to my stomach. Really. It does. Because a real champion, a guy that actually cares about his company, if you really cared about WWE, if you really cared about making WWE better than AEW, right? You know what you would have done? You know what you would have done? Before Hell in a Cell, before getting, because you got that script in advance. It's not like you got that the day of, right? You probably knew about the ending for Hell in a Cell in advance. Because WWE was planning to do Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins for Survivor Series. Thank God we're not getting that Survivor Series. All right? Thank God. But still, you got that script early. A real man would have went up to Vince McMahon, right? A real man would have went up to Vince McMahon and said, Vince, this script is not good. This ending is not good. And you have the gall, the balls. You don't even have balls. All right? Becky Lynch has more balls than you. All right? You have the balls to go up and go on Twitter, right? Now, remember when you deleted your Twitter because the Sasha Banks, you couldn't handle the Sasha Banks fans? Remember that? When the Sasha Banks fans made you delete your Twitter for a whole weekend a couple weeks ago? That's why you went on Twitter and then you tried to put words in The Undertaker and Mick Foley's mouth. The Undertaker versus Mick Foley Hell in a Cell match is one of the best moments in the history of this company. I wasn't even born yet. But I've gone back and watched that match tens of hundreds of times because that moment is so iconic. So iconic. And you dare have to say that, you dare go out and say that you think The Undertaker and Mick Foley wanted to do what they had to do? You think Bray used to go out and say Undertaker and Mick Foley, right? Like have just what did he say specifically? I'm trying to remember. He said, "Oh, if the ref could have stopped their match, they would have let that happen." No, they wouldn't, because they cared about their product. They care about putting out the best performance for themselves and for the true fans of the company. It's one of the reasons why they replay that moment almost every single week on Monday Night Raw. What the hell are you saying? What the hell are you saying? You're a joke. You're a legit joke. Your Universal Championship reign has been awful. I don't want to see Seth Rollins hold another championship on WWE TV unless he turns heel. Seth Rollins as a babyface is awful. Awful. All right? And the guy, I understand you're defending your company because you're one of the top guys in WWE and, you know, you got to defend, but you just sound like a damn idiot. A damn idiot. All right? Like, come on. All of this could have been avoided. All this could have been avoided if you had the balls to stand up to Vince McMahon and say, nope, I'm not doing this ending because this is not going to be good for me. It's not going to be good for Bray. It's not going to be good for the company. But no, you just took it up the ass, didn't you? You just took what Vince gave you, took up the ass because, you know, you knew at the end of the day you were walking out remaining Universal Champion. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, that was just a quick little rant. I'm probably going to rant more. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to rant more. Don't worry. I'm just getting started. But yes, guys, my name is Fitz1TV, a.k.a. GLauren33. I want to welcome you guys to the WWE Crown Jewel 2019 review. Once again, it feels just a little bit weird for me to do a video or a live stream this early, all right? Because like I said, I'm used to doing these things like at 11, midnight, 1 a.m. into the morning, you know, because usually that's when these shows end. But this is one of those rare times when, you know, WWE Crown Jewel, or aka Crown Fools, like I'm calling it. But as always, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I live tweeted a little bit during the show, but not as much as I usually do, just because it was the middle of the afternoon. I had some other things going on. Like I said, if I didn't have to work this afternoon, I would have probably done this video maybe around 5 or 6 o'clock. But still, thank you guys for joining me here on this night to talk about WWE Crown Fools. We're going to go into the show. We got to talk about Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins. That's the big thing. We're also going to talk about that debacle of Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez for the WWE Championship. All right? And I know there's a bigger story here. I already see where this is going. I think WWE's already spoiled the Royal Rumble for 2020. I feel like I'm sitting here right now. The Royal Rumble is still 2 months away. November starts tomorrow, depending on when you guys are watching this video. I'm recording this on Halloween. But depending on when you guys are watching this video, we are about 2.5 months away from the Royal Rumble. I feel like we already know who's going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble. I feel like we already know who's going to win. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit tonight. And we're going to talk about Tyson Fury. I love Tyson Fury, man. I really do. I was impressed with his debut tonight against Braun Strowman. I'm not saying I want Tyson Fury to stay in WWE, especially he's a boxing champion, you know. But I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm a fan of Tyson Fury. I was before, and I'm even more a fan after I saw it tonight. Tyson Fury may have been Tyson Fury may have been the best part of the show. This show was not good. As much as I'm happy that Seth Rollins is champion, is no longer Universal Champion. I just, we'll talk about the Fiend. It's not that I'm unhappy. It's just that WWE could have avoided all this garbage. All right, Anthony, who is winning the Royal Rumbles? We'll talk about it in a sec. If Moose, if you want to text me, I'll let you know beforehand. But we'll get to that in just a little bit. But I want to talk about the Fiend and Seth Rollins really quickly. The Fiend is your new Universal Champion. This is what I got to say. Why couldn't you have done this at Hell in a Cell? It's that simple. Why? Why couldn't this happen at Hell in a Cell? What we saw tonight, what was so hard of not doing this at Hell in a Cell? I don't know if this was always the plan to get the Fiend as the Universal Champion, or if this is just Vince trying to fix. All right, what happened at Hell in a Cell? I don't know. And yes, the Halloween theme, because I was thinking about it. I was like, it's Halloween. The Fiend is one of the creepiest things we've ever seen in WWE. It would make sense. The thing is, just a bunch of stuff is going through my mind. But here's one thing that we know that's confirmed. The Fiend the Fiend has been advertised for Monday Night Raw events for the last couple weeks. And I was like, why would he be advertised for Raw events? I know he's been doing dark show matches, Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage and no DQ matches with Seth Rollins on Raw and house shows. But, the Fiend, it's like WWE, and it's like I predicted this a couple weeks ago with the draft. I predicted this. The draft, the Fiend wasn't drafted. Bray Wyatt was drafted to SmackDown. And Bray Wyatt is advertised to appear on Miz TV tomorrow night on SmackDown. The Fiend wasn't drafted. So it's basically with what happened tonight, WWE is confirming that the Fiend and Bray Wyatt are two separate things. Yes, it's basically Bray Wyatt having an alter ego, having split personalities, but the Fiend wasn't drafted to a specific brand. So maybe WWE's logic is they're going to make the Fiend a free agent. Bray Wyatt's exclusive to SmackDown, but the Fiend is a free agent. He could go on any show he wants. All right? And this confirms Bray Wyatt now is Universal Champion. That means we're going to see Bray on Raw going for it because he's Universal Champion. I would doubt we ever see the Fiend on SmackDown, at least as long as he's Universal Champion. And here's another thing. Who the hell is going to take the title off of Bray Wyatt? There is nobody. I mean, absolutely nobody on the roster right now that I can think of that should be even in contention to beat Bray Wyatt. There is nobody on my mind. And the Fiend may go on to hold that title for the next year and a half. There's nobody on your roster that can beat this guy right now. Nobody. The only thing is I had no problem with this because at least the Fiend you're gonna see Bray Wyatt each and every week. It's not like Brock Lesnar, which we see, at least so far we've seen Lesnar basically every week since SmackDown premiered on Fox. But that's gonna change. We all know that's gonna change. Right now, I will say one thing that I'm really excited for. And I know there's not a lot of things that I'm excited for. There's two things actually I'm excited for. All right. Right now, Survivor Series is 2 weeks away. And I've been complaining how WWE has done nothing to build towards Survivor Series. Survivor Series is supposed to be, I believe, November 14th. All right. I'm saying this right now. November 17th, I think. All right. About 2.5 weeks from now. Right now, if the Fiend is the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar is the WWE Champion. Brock Lesnar versus the Fiend at Survivor Series, that's one of the biggest matches you can put on in WWE right now. I thought we were going to get maybe the Fiend versus Lesnar on SmackDown for the WWE Championship. But for now, at least, with the Fiend being Universal Champion, we're going to get the Fiend versus Lesnar at Survivor Series. That's going to be crazy. That's actually something I can get behind. All right? And there's not much I can get behind in WWE these days. That's something I can get behind. But the thing about it is, another thing is, it was confirmed tonight. And Moose, I don't know what's this going to be. NXT is included in Survivor Series. It was announced tonight that NXT will be involved in the brand supremacy. I don't know how that's going to be. I don't know how you do that. Are we going to get a bunch of triple threat matches? Like, are we going to get Adam Cole versus Lesnar? Or Adam Cole versus the Fiend and Lesnar? I don't know how this involves. I really don't understand how you do that. All right? You might be right, Moose. You might be right. All right? This is why I miss doing my podcasts with Moose. All right? This might be because we might get. I'm not complaining about Adam Cole, the Fiend, and Brock Lesnar. Adam Cole is one of the best wrestlers on this planet. I love Adam Cole. All right? I love the Undisputed Era. But the thing about it is, this might be just because they don't want Brock Lesnar to get pinned. You might be absolutely correct, Moose. I agree with you. All right? This might just be to protect Brock Lesnar. And I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. Adam Cole's been a dominant champion. But I feel like Vince McMahon is only putting NXT on the Survivor Series show just to put over the main roster. Because let's be honest, Vince doesn't give a shit about NXT. He doesn't care about NXT. He put NXT on Wednesdays on the USA Network to compete with AEW. Just the hope that NXT could slow down AEW's momentum. And NXT has been great. Absolutely fantastic. And so has AEW. But AEW has the bigger stars. It has Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes, Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, the Bucks, etc. And I love what AEW's been doing. Like I said, that contract signing between Jericho and Cody Rhodes last Wednesday, was the best contract signing that we've seen in a long time in professional wrestling. That's how contract signing should be done. I love what AEW is doing right now. And I hate that NXT is suffering because NXT should not have to go through this. All right? NXT should not have to suffer loss in viewership because of AEW. It really shouldn't. Chris Jericho said it best. AEW's competition is Raw and SmackDown. Right now, AEW, what I'm telling you, don't be surprised sometime in the next 1-2 years if AEW gets moved the Friday or Monday. If WWE doesn't fix its problems, AEW is going to get moved to Monday or Friday. All right, in 1 or 2 years, not now, but in the next couple of years, and that's when WWE will be in real trouble. WWE's already suffering right now. All right, they're not making as much money. I read a report that they're losing like 13%. That they've lost 13% in their net income and some of these other factors. All right, and it's all leading to, we all know, and Moose is correct. If we're getting Adam Cole versus Brock Lesnar in the Fiend at Survivor Series, as great, as fantastic a match that would be, Adam Cole's just gonna be there to take the pin. I don't know how I should feel about that. I really don't. I don't. Because I can't see the Fiend pinning Brock Lesnar. And there's no way Lesnar's beating the Fiend. No one's beating the Fiend. No one's. And, some of the other things we could see, potentially, Shayna Baszler versus Bayley versus Becky, potentially. That would be a great match. The only thing that hurts my soul is Sasha's not a champion right now. Sasha's not a champion right now. She can't be involved in that. I don't know. I would love to see Sasha versus Shayna Baszler. Or maybe, and then also, Roderick Strong versus potentially, who's your, I don't even know your mid-card champions. That's how bad it is. Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Who? Now that's fire right there. Now that's fire. Shinsuke, AJ, and Roddy Strong? Imagine seeing Roddy Strong hit the flying knee on AJ Styles and seeing AJ Styles sell that. That would be incredible. And also, Undisputed Era versus Viking Raiders versus Revival. 3 of the best tag teams in the planet. Oh, man. The thing about it is, in my opinion, I wouldn't see NXT, winning any of those matches. It would just be more WWE, Vince McMahon just doing that just to protect his main roster stars, and then, just having the NXT stars pin them. All right? And then Vince would advertise it as this is a huge opportunity for NXT superstars. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But tying this all back to Bray Wyatt. As much as Bray Wyatt versus Adam Cole versus Lesnar, if that's the route they're going down, as great as that would be, that doesn't negate from the fact that Bray Wyatt's Universal Champion win was not special. Or at least it was not as special as it could have been. Because one, it was at Crown Jewel. I don't care. Saudi Arabia. Yes, it got a huge pop. And it was actually a decent crowd. But still, at the end of the day, how special would it have been if this happened at Hell in a Cell? Establishing Bray Wyatt as a dominant force. A dominant force. A force that may not be, that no one may be able to beat for the next year and a half. I'm telling you, there is nobody on the main roster currently that will be able to take down Bray Wyatt. There's absolutely nobody. Not Kevin Owens. I'm thinking about Raw. Not Aleister Black, as much as I love Aleister Black. Not a Buddy Murphy. Not an Andrade. Not, nobody. Not Randy Orton. Nobody on the main roster right now, currently. Not even Lesnar. I'm thinking you're going to have to build somebody up. Somebody up over the next year. Because the Fiend, man, especially the way he sells moves, there is nobody that's going to be able to defeat the Fiend. Nobody on the main roster. I was thinking maybe somebody like Matt Riddle. Not now. I'm saying somewhere maybe a year down the line, you build somebody up like Matt Riddle and you have him defeat the Fiend for the Universal Championship. But I don't know. Let me know, guys, what do you guys think? But still, that just for like I said, what was so hard about not doing this? Not doing this at Hell in a Cell? Why couldn't you have done this at Hell in a Cell? It would have been a special moment. WWE is not in the business of making special moments anymore, and it's sad. They care more about, doing first, all right, so they can be the ones that say, "Oh yeah, our company did this first." All right, like the Lacey Evans versus Natalia match, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Yes, it was a great moment for women's wrestling, but there's so much political bullcrap behind it that it makes it hard to appreciate this moment. All right? In the grand scheme of things, Natalia and Lacey Evans happening tonight is hope that there will one day be equality across the world for all races. But still, WWE, you can see their political agenda is behind this. And it's sad. WWE could have easily done that ending to Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell. They could have easily done that ending at Hell in a Cell. If they had done that at Hell in a Cell and the Fiend won, it would have been a special moment. No one would be complaining about them doing the rematch that crowd drew. Because all of us thought Seth Rollins was going to win that match pulling some kind of sneaky bullcrap. Having to, put like 1,000, pounds of steel on Bray Wyatt's body. Or something like that. Or getting put 2 tractors on top of the Fiend to keep him down. That's what I thought they were going to do tonight. I'm surprised they didn't. And another, but I don't know. This match wasn't anything special. The match wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. I think their Hell in a Cell match may have been better because WWE. I was watching this until I was driving on the way to work. I was getting pissed off because WWE resorted to doing the same things. The same things that messed them up. That messed them up in the first place. You had Seth Rollins out there. I counted, he did 9 stomps. 9 curb stomps. Last time he did like 20. But still, it tells me that Seth Rollins should not be doing the curb stomp anymore. He needs a new finisher. Either go back to using the pedigree or the super kick or the remember the ripcord knee he used to do? Do something like that. Stop doing the curb stomp. I was getting pissed off because he kept doing the same thing. I was like, just clown Seth Rollins. Did you not learn? Did you not learn from your stupidity at Hell in a Cell? You buried your own finishing move by doing it countless times, and the Fiend kept kicking out at 1 or 2. Like, what are you doing? Why did he go back and do the same things? He could have grabbed a weapon or something else to beat the Fiend down with. He had to go back to resorting to the curb stomps? Really? Seth is such an idiot. Like I said, WWE is scripted. But when it comes to mostly, I would say about 80% of the wrestling you see in the ring, that's all the superstars. The superstars are the ones that set him up. It was Seth's choice. It was Seth's choice to go out there and keep doing curb stomps. What an idiot. What an idiot, man. But he did like 6 or like curb stomps in a row. The Fiend kept getting up. Then he curb stomped Bray Wyatt right off the stage, and he fell into a bunch of electrical equipment, and there was stuff falling. Seth runs down the stage to try to find the Fiend. He can't find the Fiend. He can't find his body anywhere. And then all of a sudden, which was a great moment, I wish they had done this at Hell in a Cell. The Fiend is on top of one of the production crates, and he's just looking down at Seth. And Seth has no idea what's going on. And the crowd's reacting like, oh my gosh. Out of nowhere, Bray goes for the mandible claw one more time, hits him with Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt is the new Universal Champion. Was this honestly so hard? So hard. Like, really? I really don't understand it. I really don't. I don't know. I just really don't know what to say. I don't know, man. I really don't. I'm happy that the Fiend won, but you should have done this at Hell in a Cell. The moment was not as special. I didn't care as much just because you should have done this at Hell in a Cell. You gave us one of the worst pay-per-view endings of all time at Hell in a Cell. Just a delayed for Crown Jewel. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if Vince had plans. I don't know if Vince had plans to do this, to have the Fiend win at Crown Jewel. I really don't. I don't have that insight. Maybe we'll hear reports. Part of me more feels like he did this just to, the make up, because he feel like he did wrong. And he didn't want the same kind of backlash at Hell in a Cell from Crown Jewel tonight. That's what I really feel like. I don't feel like WWE had the intentions of putting on the Fiend as the Universal Champion. I'm not against Bray Wyatt being on SmackDown and having the Fiend appear on Monday nights. I'm not against it at all. I just want to see how he's going to be booked. Like, he's your Universal Champion now. How often are we going to see the Fiend in action? Is he going to continue just to do, his same backstage attacks each and every week, attacking from in the ring, doing the claw and stuff like that? Or, are we going to see him wrestle? Because I don't want to see him, booked like a Brock Lesnar. Yes, I want to see him every single week. I want to see the belt on television each and every single week. But I don't know. I just hope WWE's done with this feud. I really do. This feud could have been, man, if they had just had the Fiend won at Hell in a Cell, this all could have been avoided. You could have done the rematch tonight, and less people would have been so critical of it. And maybe Seth Rollins would be receiving the backlash that he's been getting. But when you make idiotic statements like that, honestly, it just makes you look like an idiot. It makes you look like an idiot. All right. WWE could have easily done this at Hell in a Cell, and they fucked up. Yes, I'm happy Bray's Universal Champion. No one's gonna beat him. What up, Willie? How you doing, bro? But yes, Bray is Universal Champion, and I'm happy. And I'm even more happy that Seth's not champion no more. And Seth's not winning their championship until he turns heel. Unless he turns heel. Like, I don't care. It's sad that in 2019, I care more about Roman Reigns as a babyface than Seth Rollins. I'm just glad he's not Universal Champion no more. Good riddance. All right, but let's see how Bray's going to be booked. Like I said, what up, He's So Corey? How you doing? Like I said, tomorrow night on SmackDown, we have Bray Wyatt. He's going to be on Miz TV. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how they book that segment, in my opinion. But moving on into the show, we talked about the main event already. I gave you guys my thoughts on that. We're talking about a lot tonight. But we're going to talk about the opening. The opening was the WWE Championship match between Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez. And man, did this match suck. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, you brought Cain Velasquez? You signed him for all that money for this crap? Really? WWE's main roster. WWE has the most, and I say this every week, WWE has the most talent they've ever had on the main roster. All right? They've had the most, you have the most talent you've ever had. And you bring a part-timer in. His first match is a WWE Championship match. I don't care if it's at Crown Jewel. It was a WWE Championship match. His first match is a WWE Championship match. A match that didn't even go 3 minutes. I don't want to see Cain Velasquez. I don't know if this was to write him off television because I know he has like a leg injury that they said, something's going to have to be done on it. Some kind of, treatment or operation's going to have to be done to get him back in shape. But I don't care. Cain Velasquez, after losing tonight, he should not have another championship match as long as Brock Lesnar is WWE champion. It's that simple. At the end of the day, it makes sense where the story was. Because we knew the story was not going to, pretty much it wasn't going to end here with Velasquez and Lesnar. It really wasn't. There's more to tell in this story. Clearly with Rey Mysterio. That's the reason why he's been at ringside. He's been there against all Brock Lesnar segments. You know, excuse me. Like I don't know. Why did you bring this guy in? First, you have Lesnar beat Kofi in 7 seconds. Then you bring Cain Velasquez in, a legitimate UFC fighter, a guy that's supposed to be with WWE for the next 2 or 3 years, and you beat him in less than 3 minutes? How's this gonna make Kane's credibility look in the locker room? What's he gonna do? I don't know. I really don't know. It's so stupid the way this company acts. It really doesn't. They have a blueprint right in front of them of how they do things correctly, and they're always messing up. They always find a way to mess up, and it's against New England. I don't know. I really don't know. But to get into the match itself, this match, it felt like a UFC fight. Not the environment, but just the way these two were squaring up in the middle of the ring. They were, they threw jabs at each other and stuff like that. But, oh man, it's making my head work. I just don't know. I really don't know. You brought this guy in to have a 3-minute wrestling match, bro. Tyson Fury, the fact that Tyson Fury's match and Braun Strowman's match was probably better than this one. I don't know what to say. Like I said, guys, I'm not usually the speechless. I just don't know. I just don't understand. You signed a guy. Who knows how many millions of dollars you gave him just for that? Just for that. Brock Lesnar, we're used to this crap from him right now. We've known Brock Lesnar for all these years. We're used to Brock Lesnar and his antics now. All right? And I saw a funny thing on Twitter. Brock Lesnar, said, "Put me first. Put me in the game first, just so I could leave Saudi Arabia as quickly as possible." Right? I was like, "Damn, it was that tough, man. Like, maybe that's the place for you to go." But really, this match, they were just squaring up each other. BS could do body shots, stuff like that. But he could never really get control over Lesnar. Lesnar had control over the entire match. Even though it was 3 minutes, it was a short 3 minutes. Lesnar did not wait. Lesnar did not wait at all. I don't know. All right. You're throwing body shots upon body shots upon body shots. There was like almost no wrestling involved. And I've seen some of Cain Velasquez's work on, from other promotions and stuff like that. He's not bad, but the guy needs more confidence. The guy needs more confidence, man, to do wrestling moves. Because we've seen video of him doing backflips and lucha type stuff in other promotions, but dude, take off your mask, be who you are. Let us let you be who you are. It's that simple. That makes sense. I just, it's getting hard to talk about this show, bro. It really is. Lesnar went for the coquina clutch. Well, what was it? Velasquez was finally able to get Lesnar down. All right, and I don't want to hear he wasn't ready for Brock Lesnar because in the UFC he kicked Lesnar's ass. He kicked Lesnar's ass. Here in WWE it's a whole different sport. And he made him tap out with the what was it called? Coquina Clutch. Coquina, and I was shocked. I was just sitting there like, wow. 'Cause I thought I knew I didn't have heavy or high expectations going into the match, but still, I thought we would get maybe like a 10, 20 minute, still did not too long. You had Rey Mysterio on the outside with all this nonsense. Like, why? It just getting me angry. Like, I'm trying to focus on the review and I'm just thinking about this match in general. Like, you brought the guy in, you gave this guy millions of dollars just to do a 3-minute match? A match that was absolutely awful. Awful, man. What's next? Oh my goodness. Lesnar had no problem. Like, people are like, Lesnar getting his payback, Lesnar's coming, Nothing special happened here. Nothing special. And I don't know what to say, guys. So what's next? Survivor Series is coming up. We got Lesnar probably going up against the Fiend and Adam Cole. All right, that's probably what we're getting. And I just texted Moose. I don't know if Moose is still here. And I'm gonna mention the Royal Rumble winners now, or who at least is the favorites to win the Royal Rumbles coming up. Right now, based on everything we've seen so far, Rey Mysterio did a backstage interview after this. So basically, what happened after the match, we seen Lesnar F5 Vasquez on a chair. Then Rey Mysterio came out of nowhere, try to tackle Lesnar. It didn't work out well. He threw Rey Mysterio to the outside of the ring, but he kept attacking. Absolutely, just kept attacking his teammate, who believed he was already out of the situation. But Kyrie Irving's the one to blame for this. I don't know. I just don't know, guys. Rey Mysterio blasting Lesnar with the chair. It's foreshadowing that Rey Mysterio is going to win the Royal Rumble. I hope you guys understand that. Really. Because Rey Mysterio, he's on Raw. Once again, I don't understand why he just wasn't signed to SmackDown so he could continue feuding. I have no idea why this guy's on Raw. No idea whatsoever. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to think of a Rey Mysterio versus and he's so Corey Workman. I mentioned that near the very beginning of the review. I talked about that whole situation. So if you want to go backwards later on, you can definitely see that. And oh my gosh. How do you book a feud like that? I understand you're doing the whole, David and Goliath thing, but still, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. So what? You're gonna the only way Ray could get a match against Lesnar, because remember Lesnar's exclusive to SmackDown, and Ray was on SmackDown being Fiasco's manager. Here's the simple thing: Ray would have to come out of retirement. All right, not Ray. Yeah, Ray. Ray would have to come out, basically win the Royal Rumble, and then just challenge the Celtics. I, I don't know. This is turning into one of those very, very weird reviews because I don't know. I don't know, man. Ray's gonna win the Royal Rumble? Really? Really? You can't use this Royal Rumble to establish a new star like Aleister Black or Andrade, get one of these people over, get them a championship match for Mania? Like, I just don't know. There's a bunch of idiots, man. Ray winning the Royal Rumble. I still can't get that out of my head. And he's so Corey, man. Don't hold your breath. This is WWE we're talking about. Anything that we think is gonna be good, eh. Anything that we think is gonna be bad, eh. That's the only thing they can get correct. When we think it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be bad. But when we think it's gonna be good, it's not gonna be good. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. But right, yeah, I think this is setting up clearly with the chair shots that Mysterio hit on Lesnar after the match. This is clearly setting up, clearly, all right, that they're gonna do Lesnar versus Mysterio at some point. Do I think Mysterio has what it takes to defeat Lesnar? I just don't know. I don't know how. Like I said, I love the David and Goliath storyline, but I just don't know how the Fiend. I mean, not the Fiend. How Lesnar and Mysterio feud's gonna work unless you plan to have Dominic get heavily involved. Because if that doesn't happen, we can all suspect Lesnar just to absolutely whoop his ass. I don't know. I don't know. Raven. Do you notice how many times I've repeated this, guys? I don't usually repeat myself like this. I don't. I'm just sitting and shows up like Rey Mysterio really gonna win this Royal Rumble, and it would make sense, doesn't? I think Ray has an out clause in his WWE contract that expires right after WrestleMania. So if he wants to leave after the company, all right, and they could just be like, okay, but we're not letting you leave with our championship. I think that's what's gonna happen here. I think we're gonna see the Fiend hold that title potentially until Mania, maybe next year, who knows? But we'll have to see. I don't know. I don't expect you jumping all over the place, man. That seems ridiculous. Rey Mysterio winning the Royal Rumble, bro. Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. Unless both Kane and Dominic want to get heavily involved in that match, if that match even happens, I don't see that happening. That's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. But either way, man, this match was bad. This match was bad, really. 3 minutes for Kane Velasquez. All the guy did was throw a couple punches, and that was it. Match was over. He had no chance. Rey Mysterio winning the Royal Rumble. You guys notice how many times I've said that in the last 10 minutes? I've barely been able to pay attention. YBK NO1, what do you say? Do you know that Finn Balor is also used to Ezekiel Jackson from the core? That's crazy. I guess. I guess. I don't even know, man. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Even though this is the setup, Rey Mysterio versus Lesnar, Velasquez should not get another championship opportunity in WWE. Not at all. Not at all. He was made to look so stupid tonight. And we all had Lesnar winning, but come on. Could have made the match just a little more competitive. You've been promoting this match for how much? The rematch everyone's been waiting for. Now you're getting it. You're not going to say much. Oh man, this hurts. Rey Mysterio versus Lesnar. Really? There was other ways to get us to Rey Mysterio versus Lesnar instead of having to use Cain Velasquez, who tapped out in 3 minutes. I'm still mad about that. Like, what idiot? Idiot. You bring that guy in just to wet the bed. Nice. Could have gave me 10 minutes. No. Instead, you want to give me a 3-minute match. I understand. They made it more like a wrestling match. You know, I mean, an MMA match. They really focused on the wrestling too much. But still, overall, it was decent. I mean, not decent. Not the match was. No, not the match was. All right, let me get that nonsense out of my head real quick. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, my head's spinning right now in circles. It's one of the reasons why I keep stopping. But to move on, man. Move on. Lesnar retains. Clearly, they're setting up for Mysterio and Lesnar in the future. Tag team turmoil match to determine the best tag team in the world. Yeah! I said this for weeks. If you don't have one of your teams, one of your tag teams, win this match, then what the hell is the point of doing the match at all? It's a plastic trophy at the end of the day. Honestly, that's what it is. But what does that do at the end of the day for the company? This tag team turmoil match, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible or anything. All right, but it didn't feel special. And they got the decision wrong. The Revival are your SmackDown tag team champions. The Viking Raiders are your Monday Night Raw tag team champions. Does anybody understand that? Does anybody actually understand that? You have two tag teams as your champion. You couldn't pick between one of them to win this match. Instead, you have a tag team that you've been jobbing out for years now. For years now. They're getting these start and stop pushes. Yeah, the OC won the tag team turmoil match tonight. But what does this mean? I don't even know, man. This company makes no sense. They had a chance to make one of these tag teams bigger names than ever before. Instead, you had the Revival lose to New Day. You had the I don't even know. Like I said, I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, they fucked up this tag team turmoil match so bad. It had so much potential. All you had to do really was get the winners right. It wasn't even a bad match. And instead, WWE can't do that right. Goes to show you just how dumb this company really is. And also, remember, tomorrow night, just want to make this clear, just getting in my mind now, we're getting the New Day versus the Revival in a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. There's been rumors that that the New Day could be turning heel. You know, the injury to Xavier Woods could have set that up, right? But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen at the end of the day? Busy! But I'm trying to think. New Day turning heel on the Revival tomorrow night? I don't know. I don't see how that works. I really don't. I'm saying a heel turn for the New Day would be good. I just don't see how you can do it. I really don't. Maybe you do it. Maybe the Revival win and they get attacked. They attack the New Day afterwards. Heavy Machinery comes down, and then New Day turns heel on the Heavy Machinery. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about this. That's the main reason. I thought the New Day would. I thought this was WWE was gonna do. I thought the favorites to win this tag team turmoil match was gonna be either the Raiders, the Viking Raiders, or the New Day, right? And then you have the New Day win the match, then they go on, they win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships tomorrow, and then you turn them heel. That would be something pretty cool. New Day's on top of the world, and they turn heel. They turn on their livid fan base, and then they go on a heel tag team run until next year when Xavier Woods comes back. I don't know. Let me know. That was the way I thought. That's the reason why I knew they win this match. And the thing is, the Viking Raiders, they were undefeated. They were undefeated on the main roster. And then you have them lose in a pointless tag team turmoil match to the OC. Does this mean the OC are going to become the Raw Tag Team Champions in the next couple weeks? Does OC earn a Raw Tag Team Championship opportunity? Is that the result of this? It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be really interesting to see. All right, my prediction is no. The OC will go back, just to be jobbers like usual. 50-50 booking, winning one match and then losing 3 matches. Winning one match and then losing 3 matches. Winning this best tag team in the world turmoil matches to be Jack Crap. And also, they had the advantage because they came in last. There was 7 teams in this league, and they came out last. They had the easiest advantage. They were the freshest team. I don't know. I just feel like WWE fucked up again. Not only did they fuck up with the WWE Championship match, and now we're going to get Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar, all right, at WrestleMania. That's what I think we're going to get. We'll have to wait and see. And now, we're also going to get the Viking Raiders. They have their undefeated streak snapped. Absolutely ridiculous. And now I have no idea what this means for the OC. What does this mean? It's like WWE put names in a hat. It's like they put all these names in a hat, shook it up, and you're like, all right, this is what we're doing. All right, oh yeah, the OC, oh yeah, they're going to win this match. They did it randomly. I don't know. It makes no sense to me at the end of the day, and it's a stupidity on WWE's part. Easily. Stupidity. Either the Raiders or the Revival, one of those teams should have won this match. Should have not been. If the OC were tag team champs already, it would have made sense, but it doesn't. Just shows how stupid WWE is once again. What was next? We had Mansoor versus Cesaro. All right. Mansoor versus Cesaro. I love Cesaro. I absolutely hate that this was the way he was treated in the draft. He wasn't even drafted. Wasn't even drafted to a show. He was signed to SmackDown Live as a free agent. All right. And, you guys notice they put Cesaro in all these big match situations. You see him on NXT takeovers. You see him on NXT UK. You see him on now tonight going up against Mansoor. It seems like whenever WWE has like a big match, if WWE needs a veteran, a WWE veteran to put over a up and coming WWE superstar and put on a damn good match, they have Cesaro. Cesaro is amazing in the ring. The fact that he was a free agent, the fact that he didn't get drafted, all right. WWE doesn't. It makes me so mad because WWE does not see what they have in a guy like Cesaro. They don't. The guy's incredible. The guy, Mansoor, somebody who has very little experience in the ring. Look how great a match they had tonight. They had a fantastic match. And yet, WWE doesn't put Cesaro. This guy should be in the main event, fighting for championships, fighting for the Intercontinental Championship, fighting for the Universal Championship, fighting for the WWE Championship. But the guy's not used. He's not used properly. WWE just views him more as a guy that you can put on in big matches to enhance others. And it makes me sick. Cesaro is so good in the ring. When is WWE going to realize the talent they actually have with this guy? Cesaro is incredible in the ring. Incredible. Look, if you just look at the consistency of good matches that he puts on with people, it is astonishing. Astonishing that he's not pushed more on WWE program. This was a great match. Mansoor picked up the victory. No surprise there. But, man. So you guys need to they need to push Cesaro. All right. So, but just at the end of this match, Mansoor hit a super kick on Cesaro. The fans came alive because they loved this match. Mansoor um uh, got back up. Cesaro tried to hit him with the gut wrench power bomb, but then he powered Mansoor countered into a power bomb of his own. They hit a moonsault and got the 1, 2, 3. Just once again, a great match. Mansoor, if he keeps improving, he's gonna be a star in WWE one day. Trust me, the guy has the skills. He is still a little bit sloppy, but trust me, Mansoor, if he keeps improving, keeps working at his craft, he's gonna be a big star in WWE one of these days. Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury. And, I said this early on in the show. Tyson Fury, he was probably my favorite part of the show tonight. I'm already a big Tyson Fury guy from boxing. And as much as I have been ranting, I've been crapping, just absolutely crapping on WWE for doing, instead of focusing on their main talent, they're too focused on going out there and bring out these superstars from the UFC, bringing up these superstars from MMA and martial arts and et cetera. All right, that's to do these big celebrity versus superstar matches. All right, Tyson Fury, for the guy that's only been training, in a wrestling ring, he has very little wrestling experience. I don't know how much training he did before this match, but based off of the article I read, it wasn't a lot. The guy looked okay. Yes, the guy is sloppy, and he would have a lot to work on if he ever wanted to be a true WWE superstar. But I enjoyed his work. His entrance music was entertaining. His entrance in general, you guys know he is the Gypsy King. He was loved. He got a huge ovation down there in Saudi Arabia. And the guy's not bad, not bad in the ring. He actually won the ropes pretty decently for a guy his size. Braun Strowman did nothing special in this match. Strowman just did his usual stick, you know. And I got my prediction right. Tyson Fury did knock out Braun Strowman in a way. He hit him with a big right hand punch when Strowman was on the apron. Strowman falls down to the floor, and he was struggling to get up. He barely made it to his feet at 9, but was not able to get into the ring. So Tyson Fury wins by count out. I understand why WWE did this. They weren't going to let Tyson Fury come in and pin one of their own guys. They're not. So they decided, if we do a count out victory, it doesn't look as bad for Strowman. It's not the same as getting pinned, even though Fury still picks up the clean victory. Afterwards, as Fury is celebrating, Strowman hits him with a running power slam from behind and then just walks out the ring. Fury no-sold it because Fury was up like 15 seconds later, ripping his shirt off like, come back, give you one more, Strowman. I think this is the end of this feud from now. I'm just saying, one day Fury, when he's done boxing, if he wants to create WWE, I think he could potentially have one. All right? The guy is a little sloppy, but remember, this was his first time in the ring. He was not as bad as people thought he was going to be. This match, I don't believe I'm saying this, Tyson Fury versus Strowman was actually better than Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez, in my opinion. The show actually had some decent, this match had some decent spots. We actually saw Strowman do the world's strongest slam. We saw Fury do his new finishing move. What was it called? The doper or the dropper? I don't know what it was called. I gotta check it out later. But still, man, this was it wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to be. Yes, of course it could have been better, but remember, this is Tyson Fury's first time in the WWE ring. And the match was better than the crap that Lesnar and Velasquez put on early on in the night. And I don't want to rant about that again. Man, because I spent like half this podcast just staring at space, just trying to figure out this stuff. But, Fury, this was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I love Tyson Fury, and, man, down the road, if he, finishes boxing and he wants to get serious about being a WWE superstar, I'm not against it. The guy needs training. He needs a lot of cleaning stuff up. He has a lot to learn. But, he impressed me tonight. And I'm glad he got the win over Strowman. I would have been a lot more pissed if Strowman pinned Fury, to be honest. We had AJ Styles against Humberto Carrillo for the United States Championship. In the kickoff show, there was like a, what was it, 15, 20 person battle royal to determine who would be Styles' opponent tonight. I had a feeling it would be Humberto Carrillo because on Monday Night Raw we did see this match. It wasn't a bad match, but you know how WWE just loves repeating matches on and on and on again until you just get sick of it and you don't want to see the match anymore. All right, you just want those two to go on separate brands and never see each other again and bleach their eyes out. All right, but you know, the final four in the battle royal came down to Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Cedric Alexander, and Humberto. All right, and basically we saw Cedric Alexander. He's already had his chance against AJ Styles multiple times. You know, so they weren't going to do that match again. And you know, you're thinking maybe it would be Luke Harper or Eric Rowan, but they're both heels and Styles is a babyface. So it made most sense that Humberto would win this match. Plus, since he's new to WWE, and you know Styles has already faced him, all right. Um, but you know the match wasn't bad. Styles is great, you know. Like I said, AJ Styles, in my opinion, is the best wrestler in the world. All right, but Styles and Humberto, man, you know the match wasn't anything bad. It was just hard for me to care about. All right, because here's the thing. AJ Styles, he's a heel, but he was a huge babyface in this match. Like the crowd was clearly behind AJ Styles. Carrillo is a new wrestler, and the guy Carrillo has he has cool moves. He has some very cool moves, you know. And maybe one day Carrillo will be a champion on the main roster. Not now, just not now. You know, it's just that the crowd never really got invested in this match just because Carrillo's new. They don't know him. They know AJ Styles. We've seen AJ Styles in Saudi Arabia multiple times now, multiple times. And the match wasn't bad. You can see Carrillo and Styles, they have a little bit of chemistry there, but Styles can have chemistry with almost anybody. That's how great AJ Styles is. You know, and I think down the line we could see a really, really, really good 5-star match between the two. All right, but think about it is AJ Styles was such a babyface. You know, the crowd just didn't really care about Carrillo. They don't know him that much. Maybe over time, as Carrillo gets more used to the main roster and he builds his platform and he continues to impress, he'll build a following, and we'll care about him more next time they come to Saudi Arabia. Even though I hope they don't. I hate these Crown Jewel, Greatest Royal Rumble, Super Showdown shows. I absolutely hate them. All right, I absolutely hate them. But I don't know. I have no idea. Styles did win this match with the phenomenal forearm. So he beat Carrillo on Monday using the calf crusher. Today at Crown Jewel, he beat him using the forearm. Maybe we get a trifecta with Styles winning with the Styles class. I don't know. Honestly, I'll put Carrillo in some mid-card feuds. I wouldn't mind seeing Carrillo feud with maybe like a Buddy Murphy or an Andrade, something like that. Feuds that would help build his name up. I don't know if you would necessarily win those feuds, but it would definitely get his name up a little more. You could put him with Eric Rowan. There's definitely names there. All right, there's definitely names there for Humberto Carrillo. And then later down the line, we'll see him challenge for titles down the line. We had Natalya versus Lacey Evans. I don't have much to say about the rest of the show, to be honest. We'll be out here in just a couple minutes, guys. But we had Natalya versus Lacey Evans. WWE's political agenda pisses me off. It really does. This match was announced, I think, on Wednesday. On Wednesday, it was announced that this match was taking place. And I'm not going to say I was against the match. I'm not against the women finally getting a match in Saudi Arabia. Not at all. Not at all. It's more WWE's political agenda. It's like, WWE wants to be the ones to go out there and say, we were the first ones to do this. All right? Nobody else was, no other company has the distinction of saying, we had our first, we had the first women's match in Saudi Arabia. The crowd really reacted to this well, mainly because, it was a lot, you can hear a lot of young women, a lot of the young girls in the crowd tonight. They were making a lot of noise during this match. The youth made a large impact on this. But still, This WWE pushing its political agenda. I have to say it. It's great. I hope, like I said, I want to see this kind of stuff because it builds up gender equality and it gives the rest of the world hope that one day we will all be free under God. But still, I can't help. I can't help but ignore the fact. I can't ignore the fact that WWE's political agenda is written all over this. All over this. You know, I understand why Natalia deserves to have this moment. She's the veteran. As much as I'm not a big fan of Natalia, she's one of the most boring WWE superstars. And you know, she most time when she's on the mic, she's cringe in my eyes. But she deserved this moment. She really did deserve this moment. She's been in WWE for over a decade. She's the longest tenured female superstar. She's the veteran back there. You know, and I don't know. I don't know when Natalia's gonna retire. If she's gonna retire, she loves WWE. She loves wrestling. You know, but you know, Ty's been there for a very long time, and putting her in the moment she deserved to be in this moment. Lacey Evans, I don't know, but I'm not gonna really get on Lacey Evans too much, just because this is more than just about Natalia and Lacey Evans. This is about a movement. This is about a whole gender, you know, getting an opportunity to showcase what they do it across the world, especially in Saudi Arabia. All right. It's gonna take a long time. I don't know if this means that every time when WWE comes back to Saudi Arabia going forward, you know, that we're gonna see the woman come by. You know, will we see potentially like a Sasha Banks versus Becky somewhere down the line? Who knows? Or a Becky versus Charlotte in Saudi Arabia? Who knows? Who knows? But still, at the end of the day, you know, it's a big step just for women's rights in general. All right, and then you know, I'm happy for the women's revolution. I really am. You know, don't let WWE's political agenda, because you know WWE's gonna mention, they're gonna shove it down your throats. You're gonna hear it on SmackDown, you're gonna hear it on Raw. You know, we had the first ever women's match in Saudi Arabia, you know, at Crown Jewel. You're gonna keep saying, you're gonna keep hearing it over and over and over again. So I just want you guys to be prepared. Just want you guys to be prepared, man. You know, it's a great moment for women's wrestling, but you know, don't let WWE's political agenda and all that stuff get in the way of that. All right, please. Like, no. And you know, we saw Lacey Evans and Ty. Just quick note, they had the wrestling like they had the ring gear on, but they were wrestling. Lacey, it looked more weird on Lacey because we're so used to Lacey, you know, wearing her bottoms. But Natalia had her regular ring gear on. Lacey had to wear pants and a red shirt. All right, and Lacey was acting like a baby face. You know, she didn't do her normal character really, just because this was not really about characters. This was just more about making history. This is about making history and, you know, giving hope to the rest of the world, especially the people in Saudi Arabia. All right. That's my thoughts on that. I couldn't care less about the match. I know Natalia made Lacey Evans tap out, but, you know, I don't know. There's really nothing. There's a women's wrestling chain, I'll say that. And they deserve it. They deserve it. But Natalia won using the sharpshooter on Evans. That's about it. Lastly, before we get out of here, I don't have much to say about this. We had the Team Hogan versus Team Flair match. I'm not going to say this match was bad because it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty exciting. It's just the fact that we're 2.5 weeks from Survivor Series and you decided to give us a 5v5 tag team match now. Like, this match couldn't wait till Survivor Series? Really? You could have put more on the... I don't know, but... And then one of the things I'll say that was annoying is WWE had all these superstars come out, do their full entrances. It took like a good 10, 15 minutes. Especially, you know how Roman Reigns is. Roman Reigns walking out down here like The Undertaker, walking like Gary the Snail from SpongeBob. You know how slow Roman Reigns walks down to the ring. I was getting low-key pissed off. That was a 15 minutes to get all these entrances done. But the match started, you know, we had Shorty G. I still hate how they're calling that. Yeah, Shorty G and Nakamura start the match. And then we saw later on, we see Baron Corbin come in before Rusev and McIntyre came in. It's basically more people, because remember, this wasn't a like Extreme Rules match. This wasn't a tornado match. This wasn't a elimination match. This was a one fall match. One fall match. All right, so maybe WWE's going to say, oh, we didn't do the traditional Survivor Series match at Crown Jewel because at Survivor Series, technically the match is usually elimination. This match was just a one-fall tag team match. So I'm willing to bet you'll hear that from WWE in the next couple weeks. Watch. All right. But usually the action was back and forth. No team really could get an edge on each other. Ricochet and Mustafa Ali, they took the action to the outside. There was some good spots. Some good spots, especially I like the part where Mustafa Ali and Ricochet were working together. But then, the climax of the match, we saw Roman Reigns get tagged in. Of course, they saved Roman Reigns till the end. All right, he hit the Superman punch on Corbin, but Randy Orton was the legal man, and Orton and Roman Reigns go at it. Orton went for an RKO. Reigns hit him with the Superman punch. All right, but he got the heels came back into the match. People like, oh, you guys know this is gonna happen. Everyone starts doing their signature moves to each other, and then it goes right back to Roman Reigns. Reigns hit Bobby Lashley with a Superman punch after Lashley threw Rusev outside the ring, and Reigns then goes after Orton, and this was great. And I hated how Reigns kicked out, because the RKO is my favorite move in all of WWE. I absolutely love it because you could legit counter almost any move with the RKO. All right, but Reigns went for the Superman punch. He's in mid-range to the most, and Orton countered it into an amazing RKO. Ric Flair on the outside. The crowd absolutely popped. One of the best pops of the night. Absolutely loved it. And then Reigns goes for the pin. Randy goes for the pin. Or Reigns barely kicked out at 2.5. Barely kicks out. But then, the baby faces came back into the ring, taking out the heels. And then Reigns hit Orton with the spear for the win. So Team Hogan got the win. Not surprised here at all. It was a fun tag team match. I'm kind of glad they didn't have the elimination fact into it, because it would have ruined the match for me a little bit more, because I've been bitching and complaining here for weeks about this whole Survivor Series nonsense. All right, and I'm telling you, man, WWE, since it's going to use that excuse, they're going to say that, oh, we didn't do the 5v5 tag team match that crowd drew. It wasn't elimination. All right, it was just a normal straight up match. Watch, it's going to come. But other than that, guys, that's about it. I'm kind of surprised this podcast went as long as it did. Probably because I was spacing out for half of it when it came to talking about, the Rey Mysterio, especially the Rey Mysterio Lesnar situation. I really did space out during that. But still, I want to thank you guys for joining me here tonight on the podcast. I'll be back here with the SmackDown review tomorrow, of course, like always. The Fiend is now our Universal Champion once again, man. And I'm gonna say this one more time before I end the pod for tonight. I just really hope WWE knows what they're doing. I don't trust WWE. I don't trust WWE at all. This should have happened at Hell in a Cell. And if it did happen at Hell in a Cell, we would be having a completely different conversation. It's gonna be interesting to see how they manage both having Bray and the Fiend. Bray being on SmackDown, the Fiend being on Raw. All right, that's gonna be very interesting to see how they adjust that going forward. I'm praying we don't get another a Seth Rollins versus the Fiend 3. I'm done with this feud. All right, end it, let it die, please. Turn Seth Rollins heel. All right, and it looks like we're gonna get Adam Cole versus Lesnar versus Fiend at Survivor Series. This will be a damn good match, but just let you guys know that WWE's political agenda is written all over this. This is just for WWE to protect the Fiend and not have Lesnar get pinned. It's that simple. Cole's gonna take that pin. But other than that, guys, is about all I got for you guys today, man. We'll see how the Fiend is booked going forward. If WWE had just did this, at Hell in a Cell, it would have been different. It really would have been different. But honestly, guys, that's about all I got for you guys today. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for the love and support. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are new to the channel, follow me on social media. I love live tweeting with you guys. The links are in the description down below. Enable notifications by clicking the button next to my name, Fitzpunk TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. I'm going to get out of here, guys, man. As always, have a great night. Peace.